so long ago. After a week being on the ocean and not being told very well, it was fantastic to see the statue. We are safe. We are going to be able to live in freedom.
My mother and my father, who taking the risks and having the courage, has really given me a profound reason to not just give back to communities, but to help others achieve success in a way they never thought was possible.
As I traveled the world in my last job, representing our country as its senior military leader, everyone that I met said the same thing to me. What makes us truly different is the dash. Irish Americans, Polish Americans, German Americans, Italian Americans, African Americans, and the list goes on. They all recognize that somehow we have taken diverse groups and helped them forge bonds that, frankly, most other countries in the world have not been able to accomplish. This is a great event. NECO is a great organization to continue to remind us of who we are. And so I'm very proud to be part of this.
Well, already sitting in my room up here, looking out, seeing the Statue of Liberty, it's something for the world. It is a place that every person knows. So there are very strong connections to Ellis Island. And having this name on the medal is quite amazing. Being on the ferry out to that island where my relatives arrived 100 plus years ago, it's a special feeling.
You know, medals are medals. It's what they stand for, the freedoms. And you can climb the mountain. You can go from being nothing to being the top guy on the totem pole. When you make it and you become a success and you have earned it, then if you've got enough, it's time to give back to people that don't have enough.
I have in my pocket my father's watch. He came over here, tried to make a living and did very well. I owe it to this country. And I need to pay back, not only for me, but for them. I don't think I can ever duplicate what they did and the way they did it. But damn it, I'm going to try.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And on behalf of the National Ethnic Coalition of Organizations, better known as NECO, I welcome you all to Ellis Island. This is truly America's island. It's one of our nation's greatest landmarks. Of course, it's deeply rooted in history and so much symbolism. Ladies and gentlemen, I ask you to please rise and let's all give a very warm welcome to the 2016 recipients of the Ellis Island Medal of Honor.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome 2016 Ellis Island Medal of Honor recipient, Reverend Cale Ellis of Villanova University, for an interfaith blessing.
Loving God, creator of us all, we ask your blessings on all here present this evening, but particularly on our Medal of Honor recipients, their families, friends, and colleagues. Remember in particular all those who have passed through these hallowed halls on Ellis Island in years past, those who have sought refuge from war and conflict and oppression, and those who have sought economic opportunity, and a better life for themselves and for their families. Continue to bless them and their descendants, and as well, help us to be mindful of those who today are refugees and are suffering from war and oppression. And we ask this prayer in your name, amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, representing the National Parks Service, please welcome Commissioner Joshua Laird of the National Parks of New York Harbor. Commissioner Laird is a 2016 Ellis Island Medal of Honor recipient.
Good evening, and welcome to Ellis Island and the National Museum of Immigration. It is our privilege hosting the Ellis Island Medal of Honor Awards each year, but especially tonight, as this is the 30th anniversary of the awards. There is a profound connection between the ideals for which NECO stands, tolerance, compassion, courage, and generosity, and this very special place. Between 1892 and 1952, Ellis Island was the port of entry for over 12 million immigrants who came to this country seeking a new life in the land of opportunity. In fact, it is said that 40% of all Americans today can trace their ancestry through family members who arrived here at Ellis Island. And that includes my own grandfather, who came here from the Ukraine in 1920. If NECO's commitment to fostering tolerance and understanding reflects our nation's highest ideals, then no other physical place is a greater reminder of this great tradition than Ellis Island. The National Park Service has the proud responsibility for protecting this place and for keeping its story alive for this and future generations. I'd like to thank Superintendent John Piltzecker and the team of people here who shoulder that responsibility every day. In addition to this being the 30th anniversary of the Medal of Honor Awards, 2016 also marks the 100th anniversary of the founding of the National Park Service. At the same time, we commemorate a century of conservation. This milestone is also an opportunity for us to consider the next 100 years and how we remain relevant to a new generation of Americans. I'd like to thank Chairman Casamini for supporting one of our most exciting centennial initiatives this year, a partnership between NECO, the National Park Service, and the Tribeca Film Festival for a high school student film competition entitled simply, The America I Am. Thanks to NECO, the winners, chosen from over 250 entries, received a generous grand prize. I'd also like to recognize the Statue of Liberty Ellis Island Foundation and its president, Steve Briganti, who is also one of tonight's award recipients. Thanks to the foundation, the Ellis Island National Museum of Immigration, through its Peopling of America exhibit, looks beyond the years of Ellis Island's operation to explore immigration up through the present time. In doing so, we hope to inspire a next generation of young people who may one day go out in the world and themselves, through their deeds, earn the Ellis Island Medal of Honor. The Foundation's fundraising for a new Statue of Liberty Museum will also provide opportunities to share the values of tolerance and liberty with a new generation of visitors. The stories we preserve at the National Park Service are never concluded. They simply add chapters with each passing generation. As Walt Whitman once wrote, "The powerful play goes on, and you may contribute a verse." Thank you, NECO, and Chairman Casamini, and all of tonight's award recipients for the verses you have contributed. Have a wonderful evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, for 30 years, the Ellis Island Medals of Honor have opened with an official posting of the colors, featuring a joint all-service color guard. This year, our military personnel are under the leadership of Captain Michael Szynski. Now, please rise for the presentation of the colors.
Unit commanders, bring your units Attention! Units! Post! Center! Face!
Sir, permission to advance the colors.
Permission granted. Advance the colors.
Left, face. Forward, march. Left, 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 right. 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 Left, left, march now. March. Detail. Up. Left, face.
Reason. On.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for our national anthem, sung by Charlotte Dietrich, which will be followed by the sounding of taps in honor of our fallen heroes.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets clear, the bombs bursting in air, give proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Post the colors. Right, face. Forward, march. Left, 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 left. Mark time, march. Detail, halt. Right, face. Ready, two. Ready, two. Ready, two. Ready, two. Present arms. Order arms. Left face. Forward march. Left, 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 left. Mark time, march. Detail, halt. Left, face.
Straight from Fort Bragg, North Carolina, please welcome the 82nd Airborne Division's All-American Chorus.
Course, attention, airborne. March, left, right, go left, right, left, right, right, left, go left, right, go left, right, left, right, right, left, go left, right, go left, right, left, right, right, left. Left, face, left, go left, Here we go, all the way, gotta be rough and tough, airborne.